The CNBC Your Money, Your Vote road trip is barreling into the Badger State. Brian Sullivan is wrapping the week up in Wisconsin, arriving yesterday and speaking with some small business owners about the election. He joins us right now, live from Kenosha County in Wisconsin. Brian, good morning.
Where I bought toothpaste at a Quick Trip gas station yesterday. I have no idea what brand it is, guys. But good morning from Kenosha. We're waiting for the sun to come up, and I can tell you right now, they're just waiting for this thing to be over. But let's go into Kenosha County, Wisconsin. This is a little bit different than our previous two stops of Erie and Grand Rapids because Kenosha, is it a battleground county? Yes, but unlike the previous two, which flipped in 16 and flipped in 20, Kenosha has gone the last two elections for Donald Trump. In 2016, he became the first GOP winner of the county since 1972 by about 238 votes. So we're here because not only is it fairly large, but it's also a county that Kamala Harris hopes that they can win back. It is a traditionally blue county. Economically, this is kind of in the middle. Erie, a little more economically depressed, very, very high poverty rate. Erie, we're rooting for you. It's a little bit tough there. Here, not quite as well off as Grand Rapids, but certainly doing better than in Erie, Pennsylvania. You've got an unemployment rate, which is just over 3%. Let's get to the key issue of maybe Wisconsin, one that you guys were just talking about with Steve Leisman, and that is tariffs. This idea of these tariffs on imported steel, on imported aluminum, maybe a little bit less on EVs, electronic cars, whatever it might be. There we were yesterday, a company called Cordec. It's Ken Moore, founded the company, 2 employees, now has 70 employees just around the bend. They build metal roofing. We talked about everything, but we talked a lot about tariffs as well. And he said he didn't like the Trump tariffs for 2 reasons. Number one, they raised prices on imported steel. We know that. But he also thought that some domestic manufacturers were raising their prices simply because they could. That said, he wanted more clarity from the Harris campaign on exactly what she might do with the Trump-Biden tariffs. Listen.
I think we need to better understand what the effects are of the steel tariffs because in the past, it seems to be a negative effect. When they impose steel tariffs, it ends up hurting us downstream. The steel mills here domestically raise their prices almost proportionate to the steel tariff.
So he's not a fan of the Trump tariffs, but yet he doesn't know the Kamala Harris plan because Harris doesn't appear to have a plan on tariffs. I read through her Better Way Forward. The only mention of the word tariff is sort of criticizing Trump's tariffs. But remember, I called them the Trump-Biden tariffs because Biden kept on the same tariffs as Trump, despite having the opportunity to pull them off. All right, let's switch gears. Driving through town, we stopped into a local business, B&L Office Products. They were downtown. Obviously, they had the protests and riots of 2020. He had to move. His business actually got burned down. We went in. We ended up talking to him about a variety of things. And he said something which kind of shocked us about just the election overall. It wasn't what side wins. It's that his business has kind of frozen the last couple of weeks and months. He thinks it's because the election itself is happening, and he hopes that business will pop up once it's over. Listen to what he had to say.
Totally, you can feel it. Even my sales rep came in and had mentioned to me, like, you know, sales are down, but we can track and we can see that they're starting to pick up. And as he's telling me that, we started to pick up a little bit, and then it just stopped. It was like we hit a brick wall.
I found that fascinating, guys. There's just so much in these swing states. First off, there's the political ads, their mailboxes. The hotel manager said she got 50 text messages yesterday from a variety of campaigns. But this idea that could we see a pop in business once the election is over, regardless of who wins, simply because everybody seems to be fixated on the election.
Wow. Brian, you think that's the case, that spending consumer spending, business spending would slow down ahead of that?
I'll tell you what's not slowing down, Becky, and that is the billboard. I wish I owned a billboard in Michigan. I'll tell you why, and we'll get to your point in a second. We drove from Grand Rapids to here. I'm not exaggerating. It's not TV hyperbole. I would say every other billboard, if not every billboard, was Kamala Harris. whatever it was before had been sort of papered over. You could tell they were temporary, kind of almost like a tarp hung over it. They're all yellow. It was all Kamala Harris. I mean, almost every single billboard. Do we read that as a sign of strength, or do we read that as kind of a desperate spend? TD Cowen this morning, guys, had a note. Kamala Harris raised $1 billion with a B dollars in the third quarter and is outspending Trump 3.5 to 1. To your previous point, Becky, I will say this. Listen, we're not experts. We're talking to as many people we can in the time we have. I do think there is this paralysis by analysis on the election where whether it's a small business or whether it's a big company that would buy Scott Carpenter's office furniture, that they're just sitting back, waiting. And I wonder if, like, the stock market might do the same thing because they don't know the outcome, they don't know the policies. And like Ken Moore talked about, he doesn't know what the tariffs might be if we see a change in the White House. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there is maybe like a business surge right after the election.
You mentioned that there in Kenosha County, it was, I think you said 238 votes that it was decided by. The state itself in 2020 decided by just 20,000 votes. So obviously a lot riding on this. They are telling people they may not know that night what happens there if it's a really close vote. And just based on how many early ballots they have, that takes longer to go through, too.
Well, I know a really nice guy who's going to be anchoring election night coverage from midnight to 5 a.m. He's tall and a little bit loud. I'll be doing that with Contessa Brewer. You guys got the early, I've got the late shift. But I will say this, and here's where I'm going to put on my, I don't know if I have a local news hat or not, but if I never worked in it, but I'm going to throw it on. They actually had some problems with, they call it absentee in-person balloting here, which is interesting. I guess it means because you're not voting on election day, but you're voting in person, but it's not on the day. They had some problems with in-person voting yesterday. A computer system issue. It's called WisVote, and the computers like crashed, some server problems. They had to manually print some things. So the early in-person absentee voting was yesterday. Didn't go so well. And of course here and the counties around Milwaukee, not so much where Dane, where at Madison, University of Madison, that's going to be heavily blue. What they call, I'll introduce this to you guys and leave it with the WOW counties. There's 3 counties around Milwaukee that all start with a W, an O, and a W. And then, of course, you got Kenosha. Those are the counties to watch. And hopefully they got those computer problems solved, because one thing we want to be able to do, whoever you vote for, because I saw, Becky, you put that sticker on in the commercial, is just vote.